Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim who are tuning into these videos, the hopeful elect. In this video, I wanted to emphasize that about being of the hopeful elect, calling unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, putting off the mortal and putting on the immortal, and being as of the hopeful elect, the remnant that's going to be delivered in these last days. Because that's what this is all about. That is part of the prophecy, and it's spoken about when Yahweh Shai was speaking to his disciples when they asked him in Matthew 24. But I wanted to read this right here to get a little bit of that, how it's going to be played out, because that vision of the deliverance was spoken to the prophets of the nation of Israel. And now we're speaking to this thing, speaking this very lovely song. So I'm going to start off this in 2nd Ezra 6 and 18. And it reads, "And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled." And as the nation of Israel, only the elect is seeing this affliction of Zion. The rest of the 2/3 don't matter, because only Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, his flock, the ones who hear his voice, the elect who have obtained this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the rest are blinded, know and understand this affliction. And we know that when Yahweh Shai returns, that's the inquisition of all the unjust and unrighteousness that has happened to our nation. The elect are going to receive that fulfillment, that recompense, because mainly us standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We're really the only ones who are complaining about the unjust stuff that's happening to the elect, or sorry, to the nation of Israel. So therefore, only the elect, the ones who are speaking these things, are going to receive that deliverance. This is verse 20. It says, "And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, when will I show these tokens? The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together." And this is really speaking about when the elect are delivered, when this earth right that we're currently living in with Esau's rulership is vanished, put down, destroyed, and so that we can be able to fulfill Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai's rulership down here on the earth. But that's not going to happen until this place is destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. And the elect are going to witness that. We're going to be spared from that destruction, spared from that curse, because we're standing stiffly for his name. It says, "Then will I show these tokens, the books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see altogether. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices, the women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." Within 1 hour, Babylon is going to be destroyed, to the point where no Arabian is going to be able to pitch tent here and make riches out of this place. That's going to be one of the main things that all these heathens are going to be seeing and experiencing, because they're over here in Babylon basically just gaining off of our affliction. Well, that's going to be cut off. So this is verse 23. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." And that trumpet, specifically in Revelation 18, where it says, "Come out of my people, that you know that partake of these sins," because of when this nuke hits, is really for all the wickedness that's taking place here in Babylon and throughout any various places that's going to get hit with those missiles. We're of the elect are not going to taste of that judgment. And that trumpet, so when every eye sees this, Yahweh Shai, it's going to be an immaculate deliverance. It's going to be the thing that no one is going to be least expecting, but then they're going to know that a prophet have been among them speaking these things. So that trumpet's going to sound. Every eye is going to see Yahweh Shai on that the fathership, and then he's also going to deliver the elect with the strangeness of our salvation. Continuing on in verse 24, and that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape, and see my salvation, and the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed, and turned into another meaning. And the elect are going to be translated within a twinkling of an eye, because when we are delivered, we're not gonna have these earthly, fleshy, sinful bodies, these chains of darknesses. We're gonna receive that everlasting covenant, meaning the laws are gonna be written in our inward parts, and we're gonna partake in the tree of life. We're never gonna perish. The sting of death is gonna be done away with when we are delivered. So from verse 26 again, it says, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed, and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And so right now, as we're prophesying, we're saying of these things to come. But there's going to come a time where these things are going to be declared. It's going to be evident that these things that we're speaking about are faithful and true. And that's where our faith lies in as of the hopeful elect. Because these words that Yahushua was speaking and all the other prophets of before time spoke about these things. Like Isaiah said that the remnant shall be saved. As Israel is the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. So this is really only for the remnant. We're not worried about numbers on this side. That's something that we're going to deal with on the other side in righteousness. So I'll read this precept in Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And this great deliverance is going to be throughout the four corners of the earth. Every eye is going to see this. Every ear is going to hear about this. Everyone is going to know that a prophet has been among them. And at that point, a prophet's not going to be among them because they're going to be in the chariots. So this is in John 15 and 16, going into this, because you have to have that vision of being of the hopeful elect, enduring all these things because of that crown that we're going to receive. Let no man take thy crown. And yeah, we're going to go through the straight gate, but you have to endure. You have to meditate on these things and pray and seek Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. And that's the only way you're going to come out of this, by seeking after the things that he loves, which is reading and study to show yourself approved, and having faith and works. We believe these things, therefore we act upon them. That's why we do the things we do, and we conduct ourselves a certain way, so that we are pleasant to the Heavenly Father, so that we are found worthy to be delivered. When he returns, he's going to find faith on the earth. And it's only going to be in a remnant. As you can see right now, not everybody is piping tune to this song that we're singing, but only the elect are going to obtain this truth. The rest are blinded. This is in John 15 and 16. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. And so we've been ordained because we are under Yahushai. His blood covers our multitude of sins, and now we are able to pray to Yahushai so that he could speak to the Heavenly Father. He's basically the mediator, the high priest, and that's only given to the elect. And that is something that you shouldn't sleep on. That's something that you should utilize in this walk. That's the only way you're really going to endure through this thing, by relying on Yahushai. As another precept is in John 17 and 17. It says, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. And we are being sanctified by these things because we believe that these are evident and true. And we're prophesying for these things to happen before they happen. So this is in 2 Timothy 2 and 10. It says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushai with eternal glory. So we're sanctifying these things. And, the scriptures even say, and I always quote this about no man who put their hand on the plow but look back is unfit for the kingdom, because you really have to endure in this ministry. As soon as you take a hold of that plow, representative of being in this ministry, getting in the fold, trimming your ways from this hedonistic mentality and lifestyle, and actually seeking the old ways, putting on that mantle of being a Hebrew Israelite of the hopeful elect, you have to endure a lot of things, because we're basically warring against spiritual things in the society. The scriptures say that if you basically turn away from wickedness and you're a righteous person, you make yourself a prey. But that's just the condition of the battle. That just shows that when the Heavenly Father sees you enduring those things, even though like it's all hell come up against you, you have to endure all these things for the elect's sake. You have to pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai when things are looking down. These things are actually expected of you as a member of this ministry of the hopeful elect. And the Heavenly Father is going to continue to chastise you and put on certain things onto you so he can see if you're really about this. And so another precept is in 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail. And in various videos that we do, various topics that we speak on, we basically lay out the instructions. We give you basically a toolbox on how to conduct yourself, what to do, how to apply these things through the scriptures, through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And with these things, you shouldn't be able to fail. And you have to give diligence. This isn't something that you just, you hear and that's it. You actually have to apply these things. And the last precept I want to read is in Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he that care for his elect. And so part of this mindset is we put our trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We're dead to this world, but we live through Yahushai. And so that's where our faith lies in. It's not in a tangible thing or a thing where we're going to be sovereign in this side, because we know that the end-all be-all of Babylon. We're putting our trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that we are invited to this wedding, that we are spared from the coming destruction of those thermonuclear missiles, so long as you endure. Be thou faithful unto death, and I shall give thee a crown of life. And that's what we have our minds at. That's part of this straight gate. It's part of our road. It's part of this walk. And so with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, Shalom to the hopeful elect.